Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap the Great, and I am bringing you another episode of Building This City on the Adventure Time multiplayer server. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I certainly am. Now, if you've been paying attention in the past few episodes, you might know by the sound and the look of things that we are back in the Memorial Village, and you may be wondering, I thought you were done with that, Soap. And you know, I thought I was also, but after the last episode, Caleb sent me an email, and he said that I had misread his original email telling me about the archaeological find that he dug up, and he said that I should not have to dig. So when I was digging around in here, I did not need to be digging up this soul sand right here. So, and apparently I missed a clue in the poem about a light of red, and yeah, that's just because I have a hard time deciphering poetry on a good day, much less when I'm trying to record. So yeah, I didn't quite get that. So let's just take a look. Let's make sure. Drop that. Aha! It is in fact a flush with the ground redstone torch key, and there we go. No digging necessary. The other thing he said is that, you know, we could give this up for naming. So if you've got an idea for names for these two right here, you know, alternatively we could just use it as like a Tomb of the Unknown Villager. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay, we're having some rendering issues due to Minecraft and recording all at the same time. Man, that's cool. Yeah. Alright, well, that's not what we're going to be doing today. I just wanted to show you that. We're going to head back to my base and take a look at some of the changes that I have been doing over there. So I'm going to get some of these resources here, and we're going to take them on back slowly but surely, cleaning up around here. But yeah, when we return, we're going to be back at my base, and we'll be walking around there, okay? So I will see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and here I am on my trusty steed, a mule. Just watching the sunrise over our man-made crater for the witch farm perimeter. And the reason I'm doing this is that I wanted to be out here to show you one of the new things on my base, and that would be a little entrance. Yep. So there are now 3 ways to get into my base from the overworld. There's one up top on that mountain. There's one inside the cozy cabin up there, and you've probably seen me go through that, and there have been some changes to that, and we'll take a look at those later also. And my render distance is kind of messed up at the moment, but I put this one in because that was on my list of to-dos around here. So here we go, just a simple little path, and come through here. It is tripwire activated. There is a piston right in there that has a redstone block, and it is pushing that down. It sends a signal into this 3 wide door, and we'll take a look at this door, and if that seems familiar, it is. This is the door that I just put a tutorial up about a couple of weeks ago. It's got some changes. I've done some compacting to it, and I might show that off in a future addendum to that tutorial, but I'm not going to do that now. I've got everything closed up, and oddly enough, I did not provide any access into the thing other than digging it. So yeah, we're not going to take a closer look at the redstone there, but yeah. So what I did is I brought all the dirt out a little bit just to kind of make this blend in with the rest of the land, and you know, I like it. It looks pretty good. The only downside here is that this tripwire is 2 high instead of 3, it looks like it's 3, but it ends up being 2 because of the walkway there, and that means even mobs can open it, so that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, there we go. So I finished that, and the reason I finished that there is because I finished out this tunnel. That's right, this one had been the kind of the forgotten tunnel. It just kind of ended and didn't go anywhere, and I wanted to finish it out to the witch farm, or at least provide an opening out there. So there we go. That was on my list of to-dos. We got a few other things around here, but I'm going to put this guy up. You can see I don't care to ride these around. That was just to show you what should happen if we've got a horse or a mule. But yeah, the next thing you can see right here is the entrance to the sorting and storage room. You know, we did that a couple of, when was that? That was before we really got started on the Memorial Village project, and I left this wide open from where I had torn out the lag sorter, and that was also on the to-do, is to come in and put a decoration on this. And so there we go. So you take a look, the top is still the same up there, but then the rest of this all around is different. Okay, so I had to tie it in and kind of, you know, reduce the space a little bit, because that was really big. It was 9 wide and 7 tall, so lots of space to cover, but it turned out pretty well. But again, that's me speaking, so let me know what you think. Do you like this look? I know the messy look is a bit controversial. Some people love it, some people don't, but I really like it. And this one I did not work on in creative. The creative server that I was building this base in has shut down, and so that work is no longer available, so I had to work on this just here in survival. So that's what I did, just placing blocks, what's working, what's not, and it took a while, but in the end I think it was worth it. And the reason it ended up, you know, doing all right was because I had set up the rules for how the various textures were to be aligned out here, just with alternating the stone brick and the cobble, backing it with the green clay and sometimes glowstone, and then little bits of the spruce wood and the dark wood just showing through, and we got the same kind of feel. So let me know what you think. Do you like this style? And you like this? Any possibilities for changes? What do you think? So let's continue on down, just so you can get the full idea of what's going on here. You may remember this design from the tunnel over here. It's just that stacked upon each other as we go down the stairs. That was a bit of a challenge, but yeah, it turned out all right. So we'll come on down here. The other tricky part was the corners. I tried to round this off a little bit as best as I could. I think this is probably the weak point in the design, but I couldn't finagle that and still keep the dimensions that I wanted. So yeah, we'll just have to live with that. But it does mean we are done with that tunnel. There's the connection with the sorting and storage room. So there we go. Everything's closed off, and you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, there's other ways of getting around behind that. So let's move on to the next thing. I think I told you a few times that I wanted to put a library in, and actually, yeah, I did tell you, because we went and collected a librarian from the village. So the librarian was stuck in a minecart over here, so I've moved him into a more permanent place, and here is the library. What do you think? Oh man, it even has a quiet feel about it. We got chunk loading issues coming in. There we go. And at the very end of the library, you can see that we've got one of these one-click enchantment rooms. I put one of these in the Enderman farm, See that? So you can go all the way around, get yourself a full enchantment. I can't show you anything right there because I don't have anything on hand, but I can go over to the miscellaneous supplies area and oh, anvil. There we go. And then we can see we can get up to 30 there, or if we wanted to drop down to half of that, let's see what we can get. 16. Yep, there we go. So yeah, and then we'll do the reset. Got our anvils here, and there are different sections. Let's put this back. I've got them all marked off, crafting supplies, so we'd put books there. Let's go to the very beginning. Ideally what would happen is we'd have books in here for each of the things that are named up here. So helmets like Aqua Affinity and Respiration, boots, feather falling, combinations thereof. Anything else that would go on armor, specifically just armor. This would be the miscellaneous stuff, so like unbreaking would go in here. And then you saw the crafting supplies right there. Over here, weapons, general weapons, Bane of Arthropods. Who really needs that? But it completes out the lineup. Bow specific stuff, infinity and flame, power, punch, so on. Swords. And I've got nothing in here because I've moved all of my books over to the Enderman farm, but we can move those later. But yeah, tools and fishing rods, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything thus far that's available in 1.7. Next thing, let's just go up here and we can walk around the top layer. Nothing special up here. I will tell you that getting all of these was a bit of a headache. Took quite some time to get all the paper and the leather built up, but it eventually happened. You just heard a piston go. That means that we've switched probably from day to night, and the reed farm just went off. But here we go. There's our librarian villager. What do you have? Oh, your paper on the second trade. There we go. We got fire aspect, and we haven't gotten past that. Let's see, I used up all of my emerald supply to purchase more of these from the villagers over in the memorial village. Yeah, it took quite some doing, and I raided the stronghold library. So yeah, we're pretty well out of stock on there. But let's come down here. I don't want to show you this. It is nighttime. No, it's almost daytime. Let's go this way. We're gonna go towards the chunk quarry. We have not been here since when? We did a little time lapse on digging it. Come on, chunks, load. The other thing is that we did not, or we did a little item movement thing for here, but we hadn't visited in quite some time, and this was another item on the to finish list. So this little path right here stopped right about here, I think, and it was just open and stone and dirt and gravel peeking out, and I wanted to take care of that, so I continued this design on out. You're familiar with this by now. This is the theme of the base, and it opens up to a wide viewing area for the chunk quarry. And if you may notice, there are a couple of redstone torches on item frames. That means that we have a redstone torch key. Possibly may have lost that one. Okay, why does it do this? And we lost that one too. Well, that's no good. I have to go back and get one. Let me go get another one, and I will be back with you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I got replacements for the ones that seem to have disappeared, and they might be up top there. I'll have to figure that out later, but yeah, I've got an additional one so that we don't run into that same issue. And there we go. you heard something go there. That is a redstone torch key, and it leads to a little hidden area back here. And when we're all done, what we can do is just press that. There we go. And everything's closed up, and we can go about our merry way. So let's pop on up here. The chunk quarry was originally open to the air, and you can see that I've done some work, and I did that quite some time ago and just didn't bring you along for it. Haven't really shown that off. It is nighttime, and I don't have a bed around, so we will, yeah, there's a bed. So we might encounter some nasties when we go up, but that's fine. I've got a sword and a bow, so we need something more. Yeah, we've got a skeleton somewhere around. Let's see if we can find him. But anyway, here is the former chunk quarry. It used to be open. There you are. Okay. It used to be wide open to the air. You may remember that, but we've got the beacon shining through, and what I did is I came in, brought a bunch of dirt, filled it all in up here, and put some landscaping on it, filled out the terrain, and regrew some trees. So kind of rehabilitated it a little bit. Still left this out, and we'll go down and look at that. But yeah, so I wanted to show you that, and we need to close that, and we're going to pop on down to the bottom of the chunk quarry here, and ender pearls make that much quicker. This is something else I have not shown off. I covered the bottom in grass and then built some trees, or put some trees down. We ended up with some super trees, which is pretty cool, and these I just got impatient with and grew those. But yeah, there we go. That is the chunk quarry, and my mines go off that way and from each side, just trying out different mining techniques. But we're going to head on back, and I will meet you once we are back in the main hall, okay? Back in a bit. Alright, we're back here in the main hall, and what we are going to do is go this way. Actually, I gotta eat. Yeah, I've been running around. I'm rocking the steak right now. I was doing chicken, but to get all the leather for those bookshelves, I had quite a few steaks created. So yeah, that's why I've got the steak. Now, if you remember, I don't know how often I showed this to you, but there was a time when, somewhere around in here, it was open. There was a little staircase up to the cozy cabin, and that had to change. That was another thing on my list of, hey, this needs to get done. So what I've done is put in an ender pearl elevator right there, and you can see the old staircase that goes down to right there, and I've covered that in, so we're all done with that. And we've got a little ender pearl elevator that goes down to here. We still take some damage because this is higher than 3, but that's fine. We got feather falling 4. Oh, did not get it. Let's see if we can. Yep. Let's see if we can get up here, and there we are. We are in our cozy cabin, and we built this cozy cabin soon after arriving here at this island. And I had chosen this island because I saw it on the overviewer map, and it just looked like a fun place to build. We could torch the thing up, and just due to zombie pathing and all the other mob AI, we would not get bothered, and for the most part we have not been bothered up here. So been fairly safe. I did not really mess with this as much as I had wanted, but I have alluded to this for some time now. But 1.8 is around the corner, and we will be doing a map reset. So this map is not going to continue into 1.8, just due to the massive number of changes and the potential for ocean monuments to start spawning where we would not necessarily expect them. And a number of things, a lot of redstone changes and various things like that. So we will not be continuing this map into 1.8, and that's just around the corner. So I wanted to hurry up and get some stuff done on my base and finish up before that comes out, and that's what I have been working on. So so I needed to finish that up. We didn't finish everything I wanted to do here, but again, we're not going to have time to do that, and we will keep some of those ideas for the future. Why are you not loading in? I have to do an F3A, but I don't care that much. But yeah, so just stay tuned for what may be coming in the future. But for now, we are saying this base is done, and I am quite happy with it, especially tying up those few loose ends. It was a lot of fun, a lot of resources, but a lot of fun. And yeah, so let's head back over here. We'll hit our new area. We'll go in through here. There we go, and boom. Love it, love it. And don't worry, it does run much smoother when we're not recording. But here we are, back in the main hall. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And hey, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, I would love to hear those. Do let me know. And that is going to be it for now. Join us in the next episode. It's going to be episode 50. And I've got something special put together for that. I haven't quite done it yet, but I've got some special plans for it, because it is an episode ending in 0. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you'll get excited about that. I'm excited about recording it, and I'm excited about some of the stuff that we'll be able to show off in it. Okay? So anyway, that's it for now, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.